Good morning. Welcome back to my closet office, my cloffice. Happy Saturday. Hope your weekend is off to a great start so far. I got a little bit later start than usual, which is kind of, expected on the weekend, right? Not too much, but I'm still just working on my first cup of caffeinated coffee. My only cup of caffeinated coffee that my sweetheart Jeff fresh roasts and grinds for me. He roasts like once or twice a week, and then he fresh grinds for me every morning to make me a fresh cup. He's so sweet. So it's a treat. So I'm still sipping on that. Some cool things from yesterday. So, first of all, the good news is that I'm in level 4 ketosis this morning. I didn't think to check it until after I'd had a few sips of coffee, which doesn't usually, I don't know if it really affects my my level of ketosis or not. I haven't really monitored that. But the good news is after I was only level 1 on my keto app yesterday morning, I measured again last night after eating all day before I went to bed. I just wanted to check and see where I was at. And I was at a level 5 last night after I was a 1 in the morning. I don't know, it seems a little suspect to me. But I did eat high fat yesterday. And I did not have diet soda or diet jello, as I had mentioned I was not going to, or any wine either, so I didn't have any of that, and that seems to have made a difference. This morning, before any food, I just measured after having a couple of sips of coffee, and I'm at a level 4 this morning, so that's good. And I'm maintaining my weight. I haven't lost any more, but I haven't gained any more either. And the good news is that I even allowed myself a couple of treats yesterday that I don't usually allow myself. Since I didn't have jello or diet soda or wine, might as well allow myself some keto treat, right? I added a scoop of Perfect Keto, MCT oil and collagen hazelnut powder that has, it's keto, so I really need to look and see. Maybe I'll bring it in here and show you one of these first mornings, the package. But anyway, it's sweetened. I don't know if it's with erythritol or stevia or what, but anyway, it's low carb. But it is sweet. So I had that. It's sweet to the taste, but it's non-carb, non-caloric. It probably has some calories, but no carbs. So anyway, I had that in a cup of coffee yesterday afternoon, and I figured that was good for my sweet for the day. But then after dinner, I was still hungry, and so instead of having the Jello or the diet soda or whatever, I decided to go ahead and do a treat that I haven't done for a while. So I'm an affiliate for Perfect Keto, so they send me products to sample and review and stuff, so I have some of their products on hand, and I haven't been using them because I've been trying to just do whole foods and not do any processed foods. But I decided to go ahead and make myself a little treat last night. So what I did was I used a half a cup of heavy cream, and I put that in my magic bullet, and then I added a scoop of Perfect Keto chocolate whey powder and some ice cubes, and I just put that in and mixed it up in my magic bullet, and it made the most delicious milkshake. It was like a Frosty. It tasted a lot like a Frosty from Wendy's. I was going for like a mousse, which I've done before, but I hadn't added the ice in the past. So the ice is what made it more like a Frosty instead of a mousse. If I hadn't added the ice and just whipped it up into like whipping cream, it would have been more mousse texture. But I actually enjoyed it as like a Frosty. So that was a great treat. And I didn't gain any weight, and it didn't negatively impact my level of ketosis. So that's kind of cool. I'm not saying I'm advocating that, but I got away with it apparently. So something else I wanted to mention really quick. I watched a couple of really cool, super informative videos last night that I want to recommend to you. The second video I'm going to recommend to you was actually recommended in the first video I watched, and so I went ahead and watched it. So the first video I kind of watched a couple of like informative videos before I go to bed at night. So the first video was by Dr. Eric Westman, and he, if you don't know who he is the doctor that is like the admin over the Atkins program now at Duke University. And he has been for years, and he rewrote the original Dr. Atkins Diet Revolution book that's available online now. So if you order the new, Atkins book, which I have, but I have it on my Kindle. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but it's like just Atkins. If you just look up the Atkins diet, it's like a yellow cover with blue text, blue and red text. Anyway, he rewrote that, and he administers that program at Duke University. So I like him a lot. He's very personable, down to earth, reasonable seeming kind of guy to me. And he's got a YouTube channel, and his this recent video of his came up in my recommended videos on YouTube last night, and it the title of it is "The Truth About Carnivore Diets, Dr. Westman Reacts," and then the cover just says "Keto Doctor Reacts, Carnivore Diet is all you need." Are they, they're right, with a question mark, and it has Dr. Ken Berry also on the cover picture. So I thought that was interesting because I also watched Dr. Ken Berry. So I watched that, and I was kind of surprised a little bit at how, what a positive reaction and very balanced, reason-based reaction Dr. Westman gave to the carnivore diet. So that was kind of a thumbs up cool thing to me. But in that video, he recommends this other video that is called, it's by Barry Groves, and he's a doctor, but he's a PhD doctor. He's British, and it's called Homo Carnivorous, What We Are Designed to Eat. So I will put the link to both of those videos, the links to both of those videos in my show notes below. And I highly recommend both of them. But if you choose one or the other, I'd almost say watch the Barry Groves video instead if you only have time to watch one, because that is super educational and really great information about humans and our ancestry and our digestive system, and what our body is designed to eat compared to other mammals. It's super, super informative, so I highly recommend that. Okay, back to my journal entries. And I haven't even read this yet, so I don't know what I'm going to be saying. So I'll just be reacting as I read it to you. But this is kind of a little bit lengthier entry. It's August 13th, Saturday, weight 175. I slept really well last night. Sidebar, I also slept really well last night. And no cramps. That's another plus, and a huge update for yesterday. I had no Charlie horses in my calves. I had no toe cramps or anything, and I did not take magnesium before I went to bed last night. So I kind of think I'm going to do that again tonight. I'm going to skip the magnesium. Maybe I don't need it. Maybe it's counterproductive. I don't know. So anyway, I did sleep really well last night, so that makes me happy, and I slept for quite a long time too. I went to bed at about 10:30ish, and I usually read in bed until I'm ready to go to sleep. I think I was actually asleep by 11ish, and I didn't get up until almost 8 o'clock this morning, so that's pretty good. Okay, I slept really well last night. The night before was awful! Exclamation point. I had restless legs, sinus pressure, and my heart was racing. Sidebar, another sidebar. I did something this morning that I don't do very often. I like to take my pulse, my heart rate, to find out how efficient my blood is pumping through my system. And I feel, from what I've read and just common sense tells me that my heart rate is a pretty good indication of how healthy my heart is. And so I know that a typical healthy heart rate is between 70 and 100 heartbeats per minute, and anything lower than that is extra healthy because it means your heart is pumping more efficiently. My heart rate was 64 this morning, 64 beats a minute, so that's really good. I was happy about that. My resting heart rate. Took it in bed while I was still laying in bed, before I got up and was moving around or anything. But I had already been up and down to use the bathroom and stuff, but gave it time to come back to normal. So anyhow, back to my journal entry. I had restless legs, sinus pressure, and my heart was racing. I had eaten paleo style, which included large quantities of cauliflower, mushrooms, and broccoli with my lunch and dinner, cooked in bacon grease slash coconut oil, so bacon grease and coconut oil, plus 2 cups wild blueberries topped with pecan and coconut streusel. I had eggs and sausage with cream cheese and butter, coffee with heavy cream or butter for breakfast. I don't know what I mean by that, with heavy cream or butter. I think I meant I had multiple cups of coffee, some with butter, some with heavy cream. I'm pretty sure that's probably what I meant by that. And then I've got an asterisk next to this and underlined. I took 2 doses of keto chow electrolytes. So I think I'm emphasizing that because this entry is talking about the day before, like 2 nights prior. And I think I'm trying to emphasize that I still had this negative response even though I took 2 doses of keto chow electrolytes. So I'll comment on that in a second. I don't know what the problem was, but yesterday I ate strictly carnivore. Okay, I had some brown mustard and only magnesium before bed. For supplements, I slept much better, all in caps, exclamation point. So, this entry is a little bit telling to me because what I'm doing is breaking down the difference between my experience eating paleo with lots of plant products the day before and having the terrible sleep, restless legs, heart racing experience in bed that night, even after having added electrolytes, versus shifting to a carnivore diet and not adding all the plant foods and then sleeping much better. So that's interesting. I think I'll just end there, and then tomorrow I will pick up again on August 20th, Saturday, where it looks like, oh yeah, I'm definitely talking about some improvements that I'm seeing in my body after adopting a high animal foods diet. And if you didn't read my show notes from yesterday, when I went back through and edited, I noticed that I had said that I was getting all these improvements eating a high plant foods diet, and I added a note at the beginning saying what I meant to say was animal foods. So please don't be confused by that. I didn't put the video into a video editing program to add a note, on the screen about that, but I did add it in the show notes. So just to clarify, the improvements I'm seeing are happening as a result of adopting an animal-based approach, not a plant-based approach. So anyway, that's all for today. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, and then I will go ahead and see you again tomorrow morning. Until then, this is Tracy signing off.